I feel like it's unattractive for me to date a man like that. Like, I'm not speaking for all women, but for me personally, a working man, a man that's about his shit, a man that's on the same type of time as me is inspiring to me. I'm like, damn, I gotta pipe up too. Like, I can't.
I like masculinity in a man.
Yeah, but I don't also want to shit on the people that have or feel like they kind of dated somebody and picked them up, because I will say too, I dated a guy. I was great financially at the time. He was kind of going through some shit, and I never shit on him. Like, I paid his phone bill and helped him out with a bunch of stuff, and then that was the man that ended up putting me on my first billboard. So it's like, I can never shit on that man ever. But as far as right now, like in the working thing and coming home and you there and all of this, I cannot do that. I don't want you.
Let's just be honest.
I don't want you in my crib 24/7.
Let's just be honest.
Playing the game.
A woman do not. A woman that is confident in herself do not want to be with a man that they can just tell them what to do and throw them around and disrespect them. You don't want that. You want a man. You want someone, regardless of how much money he makes, he's still supposed to be your protector. He's supposed to be the person that you can look onto to protect you and to show you certain things. So why would you want a man that you come home and be like, nigga, what's up? You sucking this pussy right now? Like, nobody wants that.
Not even realistic.
While you're right, you have to still put it into context. Rico brought this up. It's a certain type of woman who is a very high earner. So let's make the assumption that she's not gonna listen. Let's make the assumption that she does want to boss him around. Let's make the assumption that she is going to want to be the dominant figure in that house. And so in those cases, that's how it's gonna be.
But being dominant is not dominant across the board.
But at the end, this is what he also said. Those women are going to be alone.
But you can't say that.
Single.
Not if they go get their Haitian man.
No, but you can't say that.
The Haitian man gonna come and say, I'm tired of you.
But you can't.
That's too much for me.
Hold his papers in the.
No. But Aaron, you can't say that though.
They gonna get them papers.
But you can't say that. A real man.
The lawyer ain't got it.
But a real man gonna stay a real man. A real man gonna remain a real man. Okay.
No matter how much money he has.
No matter how much money I have.
That's
like,
the
he gonna
point.
pull up to the crib. Okay, I'm in the crib right now. She's at work. She making the money. Let me make sure she's good. A real man gonna make you feel protected. I don't mess with men, and I'm up right now. Like, I said, my breath to be up, and I act like I'm broke, but don't fuck with me. I don't mess with men that's literally not really like, that stuff is not together, but they do what a man is supposed to do.
Yeah.
I feel protected.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like I have a man next to me. It's not all about money. You put it in your head, it's all about money until you end it. You're like, oh shit.
Yep.
It's not all about money.
So can I go? And this is what I'm trying to say. A man who even gets a man who has nothing or bare minimum, who gets a woman who has a lot, is a fucking man.
Yeah.
And that's why she likes him, and that's why he's in that house. Because she can't boss him around, and it don't matter how much money she got. She knows she can't boss him around. That's why he can play Call of Duty all day and say, okay, he's almost like a pimp. You got the money? Cool.
Yeah.
Now look, I'm about to fuck you right now, and then after that, we're gonna go to eat, and you're gonna pay at STK. That's a man. You understand? Because he's still a man no matter the amount of monetary value that he has.
How are you still a man? Wait, hold on. This is a question.
Money don't define
This is
a
a
man.
question.
Thank you.
This is a question. How is he still a man? I'm sorry. How do you sit up in the house?
I got it.
Let me get it out.
I'm
speaking. Let me get it out. What I'm saying is that, how are you a man? Is it because you raise your voice?
No.
You ain't providing shit. You in the house all day. You ain't fixed nothing. You ain't hung a ceiling fan. You ain't fixed a light switch. You ain't mowed the grass. How the fuck you a man?
Everybody definition of a man.
Let me know.
I just want to ask one question.
Wait, before you...
Are we making standards for what roles are?
Because it is a double standard.
Because you said, I seen my mother hang ceiling fans and all that. So are we talking about a role? Is that what the
No, I'm not making a statement. I'm trying to understand.
Wait. Because you said, how are you a man?
Yes.
And you named a few things, what you feel a man should be doing. So you said, you ain't changed the light switch, you ain't hung a ceiling fan, you ain't mowed the lawn.
Pay the bill.
So is that what a man should be doing? Is that
first? If you're not, this is the thing. If you're not paying a bill, and you haven't done any of those other things that I named, what are you doing? Again, this is not a statement.
My question
this
again.
is not a statement.
My question again is that the role of a man?
I don't know. That's why this is a question.
All right, cool. So to answer your question, Aaron, right? What makes a man a man? And this is the problem with some people. They try to base let's say, the status of somebody by monetary value. But a man is a man, because if a man can walk out of his house day by day and get respect from everybody he comes across, that is a man. That's a man that has an intangible power. You understand what that is? Because there's some people that he could have $10 million. I could have $100,000. People respect me more than him. So who is the real man? The person who is respected. So the person who demands and gets the respect is a man, regardless of how much money he has, regardless of if he puts up a light switch, if he puts up a ceiling fan, whatever. He has enough power over you to tell you what to do when you have more money than him and you still do it. That is a man.
That depends on a woman too.
Rico, let me tell you.
Wait, but
We're gonna take 5.
I don't think you can. No. You answered the question.
Let me say this. Aaron, let me say this. Aaron, let me say this, Aaron.
Answer my question.
No, let me
you should be calling the hotline to me.
A real man, right? We talk about man and woman and gender role. Or a real man, right? He could cook, clean. He could make sure like he protects you, and you still the one that's paying the rent. You still the one that's paying for the call bill. But a real man gonna remain a real man. The period. It doesn't where you get him from. You could go get him from the Bundesfuck. You could go get him from Africa. A real man gonna remain a real man. He gonna do all these things because he knows I'm being a real man to my woman. But when it's time to tell you to shut the fuck up as a man, if he can't do that, that's not a man, and I wouldn't even go pick him up and the fucking worst thing on my shoe if I have to. You know what I'm saying? There's men that's everywhere. It doesn't matter. But like a man gonna be a man. When it's time to tell you to shut the fuck up.
All right, so we're talking about whether, a man would fix up a woman fix up a man. So let's just open the playing field a bit more. Would any of you who are, willing to be a fixer-upper, would y'all fix up someone who has mental health issues, concerns, a history? Maybe they haven't even had a issue that has, made itself obvious, but even if they have a history of mental health, would y'all be willing to go there?
No.
I feel like that's hard. You gotta know what you can and cannot take on. That is a job in itself. And like I was saying, like there's we issues within the relationship and there's like personal issues that you gotta work on too. But the crazy shit is about life is like people sometimes be so good at that mask and showing you that good side of them. And then it's like a year or two in, it's like, oh, what happened? Like, so, and you don't even know that they have some mental shit going on with them until a year or two after, a month after. And then you feel like you already invested in it. So you do want to help them with it, but you got to balance out too. Like I said, what you can and cannot handle. I know that when a job is not for me and it's for that person, like there's but so much I can take on. I can't help you all the way. You got to save yourself with certain things.
I feel like mental health issues is something like that needs to be dealt with professionals. I don't think it's something you should take on because you're never gonna be able to fix that person. A lot of people have mental health issues and we don't even realize it. We're like, oh my God, why is it so bad? Because it's really like their mindset is really messed up. They need real help. So I'm not trying to fix nobody with mental health issues personally. I'm not doing it because I just feel like those are crazy people. Crazy people need to be in a psychiatry somewhere. Like it's not my, I'm not specialized for this.
Well, I'm gonna say this. You can meet somebody, Danny. I get your point. But you can't meet someone unannounced, not knowing that they have any type of symptoms of showing mental issue. Okay. I know that I volunteered my service before. I'm not willing to anymore. Yeah. So I, it's certain symptoms you're not gonna see that someone has some mental issue.
Because I didn't see it when my ex had it until like a year in, and I was just like, what's going on? Yeah. He snapped into a whole different type of person and that I did not understand. And I was like, I can't do this for my own personal. So we went to like some convenience store in LA, and I remember everything was so cool before then. We had moved in together, everything was lit. And the gas attendant was like, the store is closed. And I remember him like mushing a guy in the face. And I was like, I had never seen anything like that before. Like, I'm a very calm person. I be chilling. And I'm like, he just told you that the store was closed and that you couldn't get nothing. And his anger was like, it was like a snap situation. And since then it was like, the play fighting seemed to be a little bit too serious. He didn't stop when he was supposed to stop. I was like, bro, what are you doing? Like, you're enjoying this. And I'm not digging it. It's not okay with me. Like, so I just felt like, nah, like you really had some deep issues. And my mom always told me, she was like, you gotta watch how a man treat his mom and see that's how he will treat you. And he used to bark on his mom and scream at her and everything. And then he started doing that shit to me. And I was just like, I can't do this. I can't save you. I'm not here for that. I'm here to love you, and that's all I could do. But my job here is done.
Wait, hold on.
What, Rico?
I gotta regroup. Hold on, because I be snapping sometimes. but I felt like, me personally, I've dated women who needed. See, like when we say mental health issues, I want to make sure that the audience and everybody viewing is not thinking it's something extreme, because some people think that mental health issues could be like schizophrenia, but it could just literally just be
trauma.
Yeah, it could just be some type of small trauma or big trauma, either or. You know, there could be, like, for me, I consider this a mental health issue is I have super trust issues. I don't trust not a single soul. I don't trust a single person. I don't trust a single woman. I just have trust issues, right? And that's something that's deeply rooted that I personally believe is something I have to live with, right? Everybody that I had growing up left me when they weren't supposed to leave me. So I had to fend for myself and find for myself and work for myself. So as much as I love you and I want you to be here, in the back of my mind, I know that people have the ability to bounce on me. So I kind of have a little bit of a guard up. Yeah. Now, I tell you how to deal with that as somebody who might consider that a mental health issue. Listen, when you go out, you can go out, do your thing, but when you get home, let me know that you're home. I have very small requirements to make sure that that part of me does not trigger, right? Now, I've dealt with women who had mental health issues as well, too, where, you know, I could not touch them a certain way because they had been touched that way in a traumatic moment. You know what I'm saying? So it's something that I personally believe that, believe it or not, most of us have some type of mental issue.